You already know what time it is. Time for one of Mario's Marvelous Reviews. What's up, guys? So, about a week ago, HBO released its brand new streaming service, HBO Max, and I'm here to give a little overview of it, see if it's worth the $15 or not. So, let's talk about it. So, some of you are probably saying, what does this mean? Is it HBO but bigger? Is it the same stuff, different stuff? What is it? Honestly, that's exactly how it sounds. It is HBO, but bigger. So you have all of your normal HBO stuff, content like Westworld, Game of Thrones, all that kind of stuff. But now they have kind of partnered with um, different networks, and now they have a little more to kind of challenge other streaming services like Disney Plus and Netflix and Hulu, and includes stuff like from Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, Looney Tunes, Sesame Street, some cult classics like Black and White, City Lights, and Casablanca, some mainstream movies like X-Men Dark Phoenix, Ready or Not, Joker. Also, speaking of Joker, they have some DC stuff as well. Um, it's pretty interesting, and also from Crunchyroll, and they also have Max Originals. So a little interesting because DC and Crunchyroll have their own streaming services, but I don't really know how that's going to work in the future. So you see, DC obviously has its own streaming service as well as Crunchyroll. So will all that stuff move over to HBO Max at some point? I don't know. There's no news about that just yet. But for now, you have a certain selection of DC things, which includes all of the DC movies or most of them, and some DC originals like Doom Patrol, which season 2 is coming up, and also will be airing on HBO Max alongside DC streaming service if you have that. Crunchyroll, same thing. It's a selective a few things from Crunchyroll. For those of you who don't know what that is an anime streaming service. So it's an interesting bargain there, but like I said, mentioned before, there are Max Originals. So if I'm being honest with you, I've only checked out a couple of the Max Originals. A lot of them didn't really appeal to me. There's only a couple so far, obviously, because it just came out a week ago. But one of them includes the Not Too Late Show with Almo, which is exactly how it sounds. Very cute late show host Almo has guest stars and musical stars, and kind of just very kid friendly, kind of silly, very cute. The first episode had Jimmy Fallon and Casey Musgraves. The second episode had Jonas Brothers. It was just a fun little cute little show. Very short. They're like 12 minutes. But also on top of that, they also rebooted yet again Looney Tunes, which some of you are like, they've rebooted this so many times. Um, wasn't a huge fan of the last reboot on Cartoon Network. They made it more of like a sitcom vibe, like Taffy Duck and I believe Porgy Pig, I think, or Bugs Bunny were like roommates, and it was just weird. I didn't like it. So it's kind of a return to form, adding that old classical music, very like same intros, the old ones, and also all the old Looney Tunes are available on HBO Max as well. But yeah, Looney Tunes, the new Looney Tunes show, has 10 episodes. I've only seen a couple so far, but animation's great. It's actually like, very slapstick humor. It's very, very funny, very silly. So an honorable mention that I like to say on this streaming service is a show called Infinity Train. Like if you guys don't know what that is, I believe it was a web series that got greenlit for Cartoon Network. They did a season 1 and then a season 2, and then now season 3 is going to be exclusively on HBO Max now. Very short episodes, 11 minutes. I believe only the first season available for right now. I think the second season is coming in the next couple weeks. But it's pretty much like Adventure Time and Gravity Falls had a baby. Very kind of weird mystery type stuff. Meet a bunch of weird creatures and stuff. But it has kind of that Adventure Time humor. Very, very cool. Animation's pretty crazy. It's kind of psychedelic, but not too much. I had a great time with it. I'm really excited for season 2 to drop, and then obviously season 3 exclusively on HBO Max. So obviously the big question in everyone's mind is this worth the $15? And in my opinion, yes, it is, because you're getting way more than you did on regular HBO. Now, granted, I pre-ordered it, so I'm getting it $10 a month instead of $15 for a year. So that's what I'm doing currently. But $15 for all this stuff, I mean, it's kind of worth it. And considering their lineup coming up, I mean, they got a Green Lantern show coming. They have a bunch of DC exclusive stuff coming here. Now, will that be on the DC streaming service too? I don't know, but they're bringing a bunch of new stuff. Go check out their lineup on their website. But it is looking to be jam packed and quite the competitor for Disney Plus and Netflix and Hulu. So if you haven't already, check out HBO Max. Give it a free trial. Check out Infinity Train and all those originals that I just talked about. But yeah, Phil, if you like anything I had to say, click that like button. And you know, if you have any other recommendations you want me to do on HBO Max, comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next review.